Listeners probably already know you by now, of course, but could you please introduce yourself?
Definitely. My name is Jake, guitar player and a producer at Echo Breed, which is owned by legendary Shin Dae-chul, the guitar player.
Yes.
So recording, playing. That's my life.
Exactly. And Jake definitely knows what he is talking about. So Jake, what have you been up to? I haven't seen you for a week.
That's right. So, before I stepped in, you actually came home early in the morning because of recording.
Yes.
That's exactly the same thing happened to me last night.
It's a musician's life. We work all night and sleep sort of early. Have you slept at all?
What? I love sleep, but especially last night. You know what? It's today. Today I came home early in the morning, so like 5 hours.
Slept 5 hours. Wow,
Yeah,
it's tough, but it's tough because to work all night is
Right.
kind of draining a little bit.
Oh yeah.
And you were saying after 2 or 3 a.m. you actually can't hear anything, right?
You know what? I'm like I said, I'm kind of morning person.
Uh-huh.
So I can work late, but after 2, 3 in the morning,
Yeah.
and then my brain dead completely. Like, hey Jake, what do you think? What? I need to go to sleep.
I know exactly what you mean. I think I was like that this morning in the recording session, and I couldn't really hear anything. I didn't really know what was going on. So yes, I got told off a little bit actually.
Right, and then after you're done, and it's already in the morning, people are going to work, and you're done for the day.
It's a crazy. We live at night, almost like vampires.
That's right.
Right. Well, Jake, what are you gonna introduce us to today?
Korean Beatles.
Oh, sounds interesting.
Definitely. 들국화. Everybody knows
Yes.
the band, and especially recently they came back.
Right.
So yeah, 들국화 means a wild chamomile or camellia, whichever is right you can pronounce. They actually 국화, 들국화. 국화 means daisy, but wild. I thought it was a wild daisy or something, a different name, chamomile or something like that in Korea. Anyway. Their first debut album, which is going to be introduced now, was awarded in the first place on 100 Best Korean Pop Albums.
They are truly legendary, and obviously that album is actually a very important album in Korean music history.
Yeah, pretty much they are the best.
Well, it's number one.
Number one.
It's official. So
yeah, it's Korean history. It's their number one.
Wow.
Yeah, so this band was a legendary band. Also, after they made first album, it has been sold for about 1 million copies.
That's incredible.
Yeah, back in 1985, I believe, that was 85, album came out, and 1 million copies sold. One time, boom.
Incredible.
Yeah,
Wow.
I mean, nobody can do it.
That's crazy sales.
1 million copies. And back then, there was no internet. There was no MP3 download, anything like that.
It's just CD sales.
No, it was LP and cassette tape.
Ah, wow.
It's like old school.
This is even older than CDs. This is
That's
LP and
right.
cassette tape. Brilliant.
Yeah, so if you want to listen to the music, you really like that band, you have to physically actually go to the store,
Wow.
buy those things. It was cool. And
Wow.
1 million
Crazy.
copies. So, yeah, so 들국화 made not only a huge economic success, but also tremendous influence on mainstream of Korean pop music.
Right.
Yeah, the reason why their first debut album, has been considered one of the legendary albums of Korea, because this album has not only featured the tracks with perfect quality, but also made a significant cornerstone on Korean pop music industry.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, by the 1980s, as most of them haven't made a huge success.
In regards to rock bands, yeah.
Yeah, you're in the band and you're doing rock music. In the 80s, you can't really make it. But they made it. However, after this debut album, 들국화 as nationwide, successful band, very famous, and then finally Korean rock music stepped up to mainstream. They actually opened the door.
Right. So they basically made Korean rock mainstream.
Yeah.
So very important band.
Very, very important band. That's why this band is Korean Beatles.
Yes, I understand now why you call it.
It's kind of a little similar format as the Beatles too, because the lead singer and the bass player.
Ah, yeah.
They're main songwriter and great talent, and they they were bad blood before.
Right.
Yeah, so it's pretty similar, so I'm going to explain.
Right, so they are the Korean Beatles, basically. Okay, great. Well, what's the first song you're going to introduce us to?
One of their mega hit ballad, 그것만이 내 세상. This is my world.
Right, let's have a listen.
세상을 너무나 모른다고 나보고 그대는 얘기하지 조금은 걱정된 눈빛으로 조금은 미안한 웃음으로 그래 아마 난 세상을 모르나 봐 혼자 이렇게 먼 길을 떠났나 봐 너무나 모른다고 나 또한 너에게 얘기하지 조금은 걱정된 눈빛으로 조금은 미안한 웃음으로 그래 아마 넌 세상을 모르나 봐 혼자 그렇게 그 길에 남았나 봐 하지만 후회는 없지
Right, guys, we've got some messages for Jake from the listeners.
Oh.
Gabriella from Peru says, cassette tapes in huge letters. How can you forget the cassette tapes, Sam? No MP3s, no CDs, nothing. A bit disappointed here. Just kidding, you were born in the late 80s, Sam, and cassette tapes got worn out if you listened to them too much. But yeah, wow, Drugokwa sounds like a super big deal. Hello to Jake, love his corner, always learn a lot from him.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yes, this is a very important corner, I would agree. Yes, do you know what? I do remember cassette tapes. I remember early 90s, I think I bought my first ever cassette tape. And yes, I think I've lost that now. I should have kept it because it would have been a vintage, right?
Right.
I should have kept it.
I miss cassette tape. I miss LP, the vinyl.
Yes, vinyls as well. Now, vinyl. I tried to buy as many vinyls as I can. I've got a vinyl player back home in England.
Awesome.
And the sound is just very. It's kind of. I like the crackly kind of sound.
Yeah, a little scratch noise
Yeah.
and stuff like that. I love that.
I love that. It's brilliant.
You know, you go to Myeongdong.
Yes.
There's some store.
Oh.
I'll get you that information. They're selling old vinyls, like thousands of them.
Wow, that's. I need to get that information from you.
I saw it and then, wait a minute, what is this?
Yeah.
And I talked to the owner. So you're selling this? Yes, this is the old record store.
Wow.
I love that.
Wow, I need to go there and get myself some classic records, definitely.
Yeah.
We also have Sumin from the USA who says, Sam, this song sounds more like Pink Floyd rather than the Beatles.
I agree on that too.
Yeah?
Yeah, Pink Floyd, Beatles. Yeah. I mean, the music sounds like a little bit of Beatles and Pink Floyd. You know what?
There's Pink Floyd in there.
Yeah. You're right. Thank you very much.
I think Sumin is the new expert new expert on rock. Thank you for that message.
She's
Sumin.
better than us.
Thank you for that, Sumin. Right, so back to the Drugokwa.
Sure.
I understand that they sort of established their own genre.
That's right.
Would that be right?
Yeah, like Drugokwa style of music.
Yeah.
They made a huge influence on Korean pop history, and not just because of economic success, as I mentioned, but because of their own distinctive music style too, with shouting vocal and guitars, with appeals to the listeners. They were very sensational in the 80s.
Okay, and what sort of influence did they have on the younger generation?
Sure. Yeah, they are huge when their first album came out, but you listen to the album, they're a little different from other album. People try to sing really pretty, perfectly, not really like little scratchy voice. You have it when you're recording and you have to do it over.
Yes.
But you listen to Drugokwa music, it's kind of like rough. Sometimes kind of a little flat.
In terms of pitch.
Yeah. I mean, it's so natural.
Right.
Because of them. It's only because of Drugokwa, it sounds okay. It's because of them. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
The legend.
But you know what? I think even if you're not pitch perfect, I think if the feel, when you record and you do that take, and the feel of it is right, I think it's okay just to go with it.
That's right.
Yeah. I think the feel is very important.
Very, very important. Yeah, you know, like as you mentioned, you know, younger generation got crazy over the band. You know, considering the time period when this album was published, the album was also encouraged by most people, especially young people, with positive messages.
Right.
One of their song, Hengjin, March, it shows pretty much like I had a very hard time before and my past was really dark. But I'll keep going. I'll never give up.
That's a great message.
Great message. Pretty much I hit the bottom.
Yeah.
And I'll keep going.
Right. And do you know what? That's quite with a lot of rock stars.
Exactly.
That is a story of a lot of rock stars.
Exactly.
So yeah, I'm sure young people loved that. Yeah.
You can adapt that song to anybody's story.
That's true.
Financially or like